president for the country, and whatever you else share with us tonight.
You know, that's beautiful. That's really what we talked about at the very outset when you and I first discussed this, was to have the opportunity to be in constant prayer,
Yes.
both with the country and you know, angels' wings of protection over these next moments, these next moves. I'm very comfortable. I'm very confident that this thing, this evil that is intended, some horrible thing to occur to the country and to President Trump, is going to be flipped and reversed, and that the very thing that they intended against us will be the mechanism of their own destruction. Haman constructed a Haman's device.
It's going to be the Esther
for Mordecai, and it was in fact the very machine on which he himself was hoisted and hung. And so, you know, they intend to take us out by the law and lawfare. But the reality is, those swords cut two ways. And now that they've established that a former president can in fact be arrested, put on trial, and nothing's going to stop it, they're the ones that are guilty of high treason and crimes. And they're the ones that will see courtrooms and then jail cells. And, you know, we've had, these are really the Judases that have done great evils. They've sold their country for a few ounces of silver. You know, they'll wish they could do things with that money in hell. You know, you can have all the qualities in the world, it won't buy you a moment's release in hell.
That's right.
Amen, sir. Amen. So again, we're taping this one, so we were hoping to, if you could come on when you joined us, and thank you for your time. And we're all thrilled to be part of this army, sir, that is coming against, as we know, it's not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities. You shared with us when we were down in Plano how the dark angels have been over Dallas for years, and it wasn't months after you said that Roe versus Wade got turned over. And then you shared with us the dark angels over Georgia, and then it wasn't months later that the guidestones got taken down. So the target is these dark angels like that, and we've been praying for the dark angels around the country with your leadership and giving us the target, so to speak.
Well, and some of the stuff, and I apologize for the bad audio, video, etc. I'm out on the road.
You sound great.
I'm actually racing.
You sound perfect.
Oh, good. All right. I'm actually racing to other matters. It's even coming to a head right now, and we will see amazing truths coming out over the next days, weeks, and months, because these monsters have been stealing from their fellow citizens, robbing right here at the Temple of Justice, using the attorneys, using all of these legal mechanisms to steal from the people right there in front of our eyes. And all of that is about to be turned on them. All of their theft, all of their aggrandizement, and they won't be able to walk the streets. That's what's coming. That's what's here right now.
Amen, sir. Beautiful.
So I will probably go out of range momentarily. I'll try to pop back in later, Jerry. And I'm in prayer with all of you. In prayer, the whistleblowers are coming forward. They have a place to go.
And there it goes.
For entire decades. We've been decades and decades waiting for a moment where we could get a chance to bring some of this information forward in a legal forum.
Amen. We're losing you. As you called it, you know the dead spots. Did we lose him? knows who the dead spots are all around the country, right? All the telecasts he does. He's like, oop, they're not going to hear me in a few seconds. Right.
Judas, he tried to give back all the silver coin he got for betraying Christ when he realized they were going to crucify him and not just hold him for a little while so they could get through the holiday season. They wouldn't take the money back. He went to a high place where the devils like to hang out, where you could see over the whole region, and then hung himself. It was a property what he wanted to buy. We weren't set up a religion. Later, when his body was rotting, festering, and bloated, and he was broke. Nobody even came up to take down the body. And when he fell on the ground on the hill, he spilled down the hill and his bowels fell out. It was a horror. And that hill, for 100 years later, people could still claim they could stick there. And the 30 pieces of silver they threw at the feet of those he made a deal with to sell it, right? That pieces of silver used to buy that ground and make it a graveyard. And all those bones, all those bodies, he was there with them. He couldn't get away from the purchase with that 30 pieces of silver. These evil people will not get away with what they're doing. It will hang around their neck like a noose. That's what vampires, you see vampires, they have these pieces of silver around the neck oftentimes in the movies, and it's the 30 pieces of silver from Judas.
Yep.
These betrayers of America.
That's what they portray in the movies.
Christ,
So
of this
sick,
American
man.
dream. And they will suffer with it. They won't be able to get away from it. There's people that talk about in hell that some of the pastors and some of the people that went along with the criminality, one of the wicked, evil things that they had to live with, they couldn't wash the blood of the innocent from their hands, where they betrayed everyone in collusion against God's people.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Call shirt, Chris.
This moment, Passover moment. Why? We are the ones that they hope to sacrifice. God will save us like Isaac, and Mary's coming back, but we have a near-death experience ahead. We do have to pray. We need to bring our fellow citizens along. I did a show with Nina earlier that was quite long. It should be aired later on tonight and talk about some of these things. I appreciate all of you loved it. I'm sure I'll be going in great.
Ah, we're losing
Just
it.
like that, you go.
Did we lose him, Paul?
Yep.
Yeah, he's gone.